Lights, camera, action! We are back again with the Rugrats, who are no strangers to the big screen. There are multiple movies starring the babies, and all of them had at least one game made about them. However, this game is not based on any of those movies. Instead, it is a game themed around movies in general. Grab your backlot passes and join me in getting every retro achievement in Rugrats Studio Tour. So I enjoyed getting the retro achievements in Search for Reptar, but as soon as I saw Studio Tour had them too, I had to play it. This is the first Rugrats game I had on PlayStation, and I played this game to death, probably driving everyone in the house mad with the constant Reptar roars from collecting the bars. If you are unfamiliar with retro achievements, it is a website that lets people design achievement sets for classic games for consoles ranging from the Atari 2600 to the Nintendo Wii. If you want to see a certain game be tackled here for retro achievements, feel free to leave your suggestion in a comment below. It does not need to be PlayStation related. The story in this one is that the babies are on a studio tour on a very hot day. We begin with the tour guide explaining the contents of the tour to Dee Dee, Stu and Lou Pickles, who are characteristically not paying attention to the little children under their care. Angelica, after complaining about the heat, hears that they'll be going to a hot set and decides to go to the prop department, which the tour guide said was totally cool instead. Everyone follows her, but their fun is short-lived when Dale throws his rattle against the light switch, submerging the babies into darkness. When the security guard comes by to see what's going on, Dale grabs a set of keys from him and throws them away, scattering them everywhere. As the guard picks up the one key that stayed nearby, he inadvertently closes the door shut with his butt, locking Dale behind it. Thus the gang of Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, Angelica, and Susie, who is making her video game debut, must go through every set, searching for as many keys as possible to open the door and rescue Baby Dill. There are 4 movie sets which act as hub worlds. We'll be starting in the pirate-themed Captain Cookies, starring Angelica.
It's showtime, babies!
Arr! Ahoy, matey! You're latey! The Captain Cookies crew is ready to set sail! Go through yonder doors and choose a set to start filming. See you on the set, landlubber!
Are we ready to plunge up some achievements, laddies and lassies? Sorry, got carried away there. Let's begin! The game is similar enough to Search for Reptar in terms of gameplay. Multiple different levels and the gameplay is different in each one, except in this one the scope has been expanded a little. The prize for completing a level is a key. However, some levels are made up of multiple parts the game calls scenes to keep up with the movie theme. There will usually be 3 or 4 scenes in a level, and they will increase in size and difficulty with each one. Though this is very much a game for young children, so there really isn't any hard levels here. There are Reptar bars everywhere, and thankfully, unlike Search for Reptar, we do not need to collect them all to complete the achievements. Instead, for every 50 Reptar bars we collect, we get an extra key. We can use the keys to open the door to find Dill. The door has 9 locks. The guard opens the first lock for us, so our first goal will be to collect at least 8 keys. However, for the achievements, we need to win a key from every level that offers one anyway, so we'll concentrate on doing that before we open the door. Dill can wait a couple of hours, we have achievements to unlock. The first level we do is Treasure Collection, where we have to go around and collect coins. And that's it. Letting Krabs or Mr. Friend touch you will result in a bunch of coins flying out, though they must be heavy coins, because they do not fly far away at all thankfully. Do that multiple times for each scene, and then we're done. No additional achievement for this level. Treasure Hunt, on the other hand, has multiple achievements we can get, at least 1 per level. On all 3 levels, it requires us to kill every Crab and Mr. Friend robot in the level. The problem is, there is no attack button, so we cannot harm them directly. Instead, we have to use a different method of defeating them, letting them attack us while we hold a blue key. So the goal of the treasure hunt levels is to explore the map and find the 4 blue chests. In each one is a blue key. Then take the 4 blue keys to the big chest to end the level. However, if an enemy touches you while you are holding a blue key, it will take a random key off you and return it to the chest, but this destroys themselves in the process. Meaning the only way to kill these enemies is to intentionally let them attack us. It only works if we are holding at least 1 key though. No key, and they will just stand still until you move away. It's actually quite sad. Their only role on this earth is to briefly inconvenience you, and they will do so at the cost of their own life. In this essay, I will explain the nihilistic themes of Rugrats Studio Tour and... what? The retro achievements? Oh, yeah, sorry, I got carried away there. There is another issue with these achievements though. Enemies like to despawn. It happened in the first level, but I was able to make them return by falling off a cliff. It's okay, it's just a movie. The babies will land safely on a bouncy mat. They are stunt babies after all. But on the third level, after I picked up the fourth key, there was no enemies at all left in the level. I'd only defeated one of the four when this happened. A comment on RetroAchievement had the same issue, and I can't say for sure that collecting the final key removes all enemies, but I think that's what happened. I reloaded the level and got it just fine the second time. In addition to this, in 2 of the levels, you can find a purple key, which will unlock a secret area of the level, which contains a bunch of Reptar bars. Finding these keys alone are worth an achievement each, 3 scenes, 5 achievements, and we're done with hunting for treasure.
Do that again, and I'll show you something really scary. Why me? Why always me? You give that back.
We complete both the foot race and the game of tag with ease. Neither are worth an achievement on their own. However, we have just one more level to complete, and this one does have a few achievements. Much like the treasure hunt, Pirate Hole, which I think is a tragic missed opportunity to call this minigolf level Booty Hole, but I digress, has multiple purple keys to find, each one unlocking a secret area for extra Reptar bars. There is one in holes 3, 4, 5, and 7. And each one is worth an achievement. No special achievements for how we perform in the golfing here, but when we finish the level, we do get the achievement for getting every key in Captain Cookies. The next set of levels we take on is Lazy Saddles, the western themed area. Yeehaw!
I always wanted to be a cowgirl.
Well, if it ain't Susie the Kid.
Yeah!
This counter ain't big enough for the both of us, so I'll leave. Mosey on in and start filming your western epic, Lazy Saddles. Get along, little Susie.
Here the main character is Susie, as we go through 4 more levels. 2 of the levels do not have any special achievements to earn in them though. One of them is the gold mine. Ignoring the rather dubious morals of letting babies mine for gold, this is a level where we have to ride in a mine cart and collect gold nuggets. Remember, it's not your cart, it's mine cart. Collect the amount needed and return to the entrance before time runs out. Sometimes though, the cart just will not turn when you ask it to, and this did almost lead me to losing on the final scene of the level, but we got there just in time and got the key. Not a bad idea for a level, it's just ruined by the junk. The other level we get no bonus Chivos for is the milk squirt. Don't Google that. Unless you want to. I'm not your mom. Anyway, it's a basic gallery shooter. You have unlimited shots, so go crazy. The cursor is rough to move, even with analog controls, but the game is very forgiving when it comes to missing a target here or there. It's almost as if the game is made for babies, but that can't be right, because I am 33 and I am no baby. There is an achievement for almost every stage of Roundup though, where we are tasked with rounding up critters. Each achievement is for finishing with a certain time or more left on the clock. 1 minute for the first 2 levels and 45 seconds for the last one. No real difficulty to speak of here though, I finished these with plenty of time. The first 2 we have to put the rabbits and the chicks into their respective pens.
I'm good. I did it! I won!
Third level is a little random, which is probably why there's no achievement for it. In this one we have to find the prized piggies and bring them back to the pen. However, all the pigs look alike and you won't know who the prized one is until you pick one up and it produces stars. The last scene of the level is the only time in the game we get to play as Spike. So we must herd sheep, put white sheep and black sheep into their own barns, get behind them and chase them into the goal for the achievement to unlock. Like the pirate hole, several holes have purple keys to find. On holes 1, 3, 4 and 8. Again, no performance based achievements here, so once we finish the 9th hole under par, we have completed the Lazy Saddles achievements.
Brilliant! Oh, too bad the cameras weren't rolling.
I got the need. Need for going fast in Diapies of Thunder, starring the twins Phil and Lil.
Boy, race car drivers just keep getting younger and younger. The crew's ready to film the big race scenes, so put it in high gear and peel out through those doors.
Neat.
If you can reach the gas pedal, that is.
Babies, start your engines! So these are maybe my favorite levels in the game, because these levels are kart racing. Albeit a very basic and not very good kart racer, but as a small part of a bigger game, it's really not too bad. And there are definitely some kart racing games on the PS1 that are worse than these levels. There are 3 tracks, and all are very easy, but it's a nice change of pace from the rest of the game. The first level has us in a normal speedway, and we even have power-ups here. Most of them aren't very good, but still, the beach ball can be launched, the best use of which is hitting these targets for a few Reptar bars. Diapers can be shot out the back. Think the banana peel for Mario Kart. This one's actually a decent power-up, as is the cookie, which gives us a little speed boost. The chocolate milk makes us invincible from hazards, but nothing in these races are really a danger to us anyway. I find the best use of these is to use them immediately in order to get rid of them. There are green boost pads, which gives us a wee boost of speed, but also a pink pad, which increases the amount of uses we have of whatever power-up we're currently holding. Useful if you have diapers, because then you can set up a whole line of them as a trap. The other 2 races take place in a bayou and a desert. Finishing all 3 races is worth an achievement. There are no other achievements in Diapies of Thunder yet. We'll have to come back here once we finish the game. The last movie we have to shoot is Outside Space, starring Chucky.
Oh, great. I ask for Captain Kirk and they send me Mr. Spook. Well, get ready. You're going where no baby has gone before. Outside space! And I'm gonna be sent to the moon if I don't finish this scene.
It's fitting that we saved the final frontier to the very end. The only level with extra achievements is 0G, and this is where an actual challenge appeared. For each of the 3 scenes in this level, we have to complete it without falling off the stage. The trouble is, this game has a little bit of the old jank, and it really shows in this level. The first level of Chucky isn't too bad, but one of the first jumps with Phil on stage 2, the camera stays at a weird angle, meaning it becomes hard to really angle your jump. You are given a rocket boost for a bigger jump just before this, so I found ignoring the platform and just yeeting ourselves over it was the best way to go. Then something weird happened during the final level with Susie. I failed a couple of times, but left, and reloaded like I did a few times in the previous scene, and the achievement refused to come back. Whenever an achievement is active, it will pop up in the bottom right corner of the screen on RetroArch. This is to let you know that you can earn a missable achievement, and if it disappears, you've lost your chance. In this case, even when completely restarting the game, it would not return. I did replay the first 2 scenes to get back to the final 0G scene, and finally get through it without falling for the achievement. 0G Willikers. The other 2 levels we have to complete include another gallery shooter, but this time with space stuff, and we're not squirting milk this time, and Looney Lander, where we're in a hovercraft picking up aliens. We've finished the last scene of this, and that means we have completed Outside Space, and every level in the main game. We now have a surplus of keys, so we can pop our 8 keys into the locks to open the door, and now we can finally go rescue Dill.
Whee!
Way to go! You did it! Nothing can stop us now! Whoops, except for the high-tech space-age backup security door. You only need 1 key to open it, though. Too bad I don't remember which lock is the right one.
Back to looking for keys. By the time we save Dill, he's gonna be a grown-up.
Luckily, we have so many keys, it doesn't take long to open this second door. The finale of the game is split into 3 levels, starting with Shirley Locke Holmes, Angelica's detective character. I think this one's based on Benoit Blanc from Knives Out. Not sure, I might be wrong. The first part has exploring a spooky graveyard for keys to open the door inside, and then complete a little platforming section with a wee elevator puzzle. Nothing too strenuous, but Angelica disagrees, so she decides to take a break and let Okie Dokie Jones take over. This platforming level is actually quite fun. They gave Tommy a lot of speed and a springy jump, and the result is actually one of the best feeling levels in the game, genuinely. We get to the end of the fun for the final part of the level though, Reptar Park, where we have to drive away from a Reptar animatronic in the Reptar Mobile, picking up our friends along the way. This is a jank fest, especially when trying to jump over obstacles, but we do get to the end eventually, reuniting the babies with their oblivious parents who didn't even realize they were gone! Parents of the Year!
We're doing it! We're beating Reptar! Baby drivers are the worst!
Beating the game 100% also unlocks a new race in Diapies of Thunder, where we are racing inside the Pickles residence. And again, weirdly, it feels so much better than the kart racing from earlier. It feels very much like Toy Story Racer. It is super responsive and again a lot of fun. It's a good reward for 100% in my opinion. There's of course an achievement for winning this race, which is the final one we need for the mastery.
I like happy endings.
I don't think this game is as good as Search for Reptar, but I give it credit for trying to be a little different from it while still using the same engine and mechanics. They tried to make a game with a consistent theme, and I do think there are some good levels, but there are definitely more bad levels, and a whole lot more junk than before. So Search for Reptar had a bit more variety in its levels, but it didn't have kart racing, so yeah, I loved this game when I was 8, so nostalgia is a powerful drug, and I had a blast going back to the past to play this game one more time. I won't lie. However, if I take off the rose tinted glasses, it is definitely a downgrade from Search for Reptar. The achievement list is okay, but I feel like they could have been spread a bit more. A lot of the achievements are bunched into one level, while most levels don't even have any. It makes the set feel clustered, and though I do appreciate that it is an easy set for a very easy game, but a bit more creativity in the achievements would have made it feel a bit better. However, these are made by fans, and thus I'm not going to be too harsh. I still love the fact this game even has achievements in the first place. At this point, I would normally say something like, oh, I'll play Rugrats in Paris next. The next game released on the PS1 that I owned as a kid as well. But unfortunately, that game only has retro achievements for the Nintendo 64 version, and I mostly play PlayStation. But screw it, that's what I'll do. I'll set a goal for views, put it in the comments, and if we meet that goal, I'll break all the rules and play a Nintendo console. Thank you so much for watching, you're awesome. And like I said earlier, if you have any suggestions for games to platinum or master and retro achievements, let me know in a comment below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of thing. Until next time, see you!